Well, good evening, everybody. I certainly hope you had a great Sunday. It was a beautiful day here, just glorious. You can't ask for better weather. I enjoyed a little bit of being outside today. So here I am, and I'm going to do a video doing a full face of makeup and showing you what I've learned about contouring. Now, not everybody does contouring, but a lot of people do. So I just wanted to kind of pass along to you the tips and tricks that I've learned from various people over the years and recently on YouTube with makeup artists. So I have washed my face, I've got my moisturizer on, and I am ready for face primer. Now, face primer is something that helps the makeup to adhere to your skin. There are so many different kinds. I've got the Bare Minerals foundation, Primetime Foundation, and this is one of my favorites, and I haven't run out of it yet. So I'm going to pump that out and put that all over my skin and down my neck as well, because we do want to do some kind of makeup on our neck as well as we go along. So there's also, I've got the NYX Angel Veil, and I've got the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. I wanted to try this today because I haven't used it in quite a while. And it does leave a very nice luminous touch on your skin. So the first thing we're going to do now, I have a round pudgy face. All right. So I can't really speak to somebody who has a different face shape, but these are basic techniques, okay? My particular hacks are going to be for my face type, but you can learn different techniques with different videos, but this is how I've learned it, and this is how I do it for myself, okay? So I have the NYX Color and Contour, Color Correcting and Contouring palette right here, which I've always liked. So what I'm going to do now, with highlighting, we use the dark contour to recede, to minimize. And we use a highlighter to highlight areas that we want to be prominent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the darkest color in this palette, which is right there. Now, what you do to figure out where to put your contour, you can either do the fish face, and you can see where that contour could go, or you just go from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and that shows you where it should go. So now, because of my face, I want to bring it down, okay? So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to bring it down like this, okay? And then I'm going to do the same. You can see already how it makes that side look slimmer, right? So then we're going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just going to bring it down, okay? Now, that's that area. Now, other places we might want to contour would be under our neck. Those of us who don't really have a prominent jawline and have this, what we're going to do is we're going to take that color. We're going to go just under our jawline. Okay. just under the jawline and right above where this double chin is. Okay. And then if you have a high forehead like me, this is something I learned today, which is very interesting. If you have two fingers and your forehead is there, you don't need contouring. If you have three fingers, you would need just a little bit of contouring. But if you have four fingers where they cover your forehead, you definitely need contouring. What the contouring does is it makes the forehead seem smaller. So what you're going to do is you're going to go along your hairline and put this product on there because we're going to blend it in. Ooh, I'm starting to hit that on this one. Because we want to darken it and make it look less prominent. All right, so now for the highlighters. Normally you would highlight where you want things to stand out. So I'm going to take the lightest color in here, which is this, and I'm going to put this under my eyebrows, above my eye, well, not on my eyebrow, but above my eyebrows. And then I just go along here, and this will give you a lift, give your face a lift, okay? And just other areas that you might want to highlight. Okay, so now we're going to take a brush and we're going to tap in this contour. Okay. I'm just tapping that in. Same thing here. Now, with the contour down here, you actually want to bring it down. Okay. To create that shadow. See the difference? But you want to blend it in well so that it doesn't look like just a line. Okay. And a lot of my tips I'm getting from Elle Leary. She's a professional makeup artist. And also Mrs.MelissaM Beauty. I wanted to put a little more under there because she suggested that you bring it down your neck but into a V. Okay. And that gives the illusion that you have a jawline. Is that amazing or what? I probably need a little bit more right there. Above that double chin there. Let's see. What a difference already, right? Then we're going to go up here. To our contour up here. And it makes your forehead look less high, right? Next, we're going to just tap in our highlight. Now, the illusion with this is we're trying to give our face a lift, right? So we're doing the highlight under the brow, on top of over the brow, and down here. Now, I kind of messed up that brow. My brows are terrible. I don't like my brows. But okay. And look what it does. Your face looks slimmer already because you've got contour here, you've got the contour down here, you've got the contour up there, and it looks pretty darn good. So the next thing we're going to do is work on our under eye circles, which is one of the hardest things that I've had to learn. I've gotten some tips and tricks over the years. So what we're going to do for that, okay, we are going to take a color corrector made especially for eyes, okay, and that would be, I took it out already. Yeah, I did. This is the Pro Concealer in Peach from LA Girl. Okay, this is a peach color. Now, you use the peach for your discoloration, all right, to help minimize discoloration under your eyes, okay? So, and we don't want to put too much because we want to have just a little bit, okay? Then we're going to take our beauty blender and we're just going to tap that on. And as you can see, it has helped. It even covered up my pigmentation. So peach is really good to help out with the darkness under your eyes, okay? What a difference, right? So like I say, you can get any peach color corrector from any brand. I do like the LA Girl. I think it was like $4 on Amazon. So that looks very, very nice. So that's our color corrector. Now we're going to put on our foundation. Okay, we've done this contouring. I am going to use my new foundation that I got recently. This is the e.l.f. Foundation Serum with SPF 25 sunscreen. Okay. Now I normally use a brush to put on my foundation, but it has been, Elle suggested, put it on with this and just bounce. Otherwise, if you use a brush, all the work you did is not going to be seen. You just want to tap and bounce, is what she said. Tap and bounce, tap and bounce. And we are going to put our foundation over our color corrector, but just a little bit. See? You can still see the contouring because you didn't put too much on. You're putting on just enough to cover up your face. Now see, that hyperpigmentation is still coming out, but we're not done. We're going to do concealer next, okay? Now there is an option of using a yellow concealer to help with hyperpigmentation. Whoa. I may have put just a little bit too much on, but we'll just try to blend it in a little bit better. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now to finish up our eyes, we're going to use our concealer that we like to use. This is my e.l.f. Hydration 16-hour Camo in Light Sand. And then I'm just going to put this on any spots that I might have. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and just tap it in. And we're just going to tap, 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 tap. Now I'm used to using brushes, so this is kind of like I very rarely use the sponge, but I'm learning how to use it. But I see it does do a much better job than brushes do. All right, so that's the under eyes. That is how we do that, and that's how we put our foundation on. Tap, 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 so that your contour is showing through. Okay, perfect. Now, it is suggested that you do your eye makeup first, but today I was just demonstrating how to do the contouring. So I wanted to show that to you. So then the next step would be our blush. All right, we've done the bronzer, not the bronzer, the contour. Okay, now if you have a bronzer, I don't really have a bronzer. Yeah, this is a contouring palette. It's not really a bronzer. I've got a highlighting powder that's a little bit bronzy looking. So what is suggested, you put your bronzer right over where you contoured. All right. I'm going to take my fan brush and just put it right along where that contour is, where the contour is. Yeah. This is more of a highlighting powder, but I did want to give you an idea of what you should do. You put your bronzer right there, and if you want your nose to have a little bronze, you can, like you've been in the sun. Look how pretty that is. It might be even prettier with a highlighter. So that's that. And then you get into your blush. This is a blush I just got in my Ipsy bag, and it is from Pixie. And the color is Beach Rose. Okay, so I'm going to take a brush. Actually, I'm going to use my fan brush again. And then go right above the contour. Just right above where the contour is. Now, a tip, if you don't have the rosy cheeks that you would like, like these round, you can always put your contour a little bit under so that it will accentuate the apples of your cheeks, okay? That's pretty, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah. So that's a very nice blush. I like that. I was excited to get my first Ipsy bag. It was really, really fun. And that is the blush. Now, I also have a new product I got from Estate, and this is a highlighter. And this is called Do Me, D-E-W Me. So we're going to take this, trying to remember how it opens. Oops. And then I'm going to dip my fan brush in here. And I'm going to go over. This is the contour, this is the blush, and then the highlight goes right here. Now, if you have very textured skin, be careful not to go here because your wrinkles will show up. It'll accentuate them. Now we have a nice sun-kissed look. Is that pretty or what? That is so pretty. So we've contoured, we've put on our blush, we've put on our bronzer, we did our under eyes. Now let's have some fun with eyeshadow. All right, so we are ready to do our eyeshadow. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my lids. All right, primer really is very important, especially because you don't really know the consistency of the eyeshadow you're going to use. If it's very powdery and doesn't stick very well, it may not stay on your eyelids. So I highly recommend to use an eyelid primer. I've used many. I've got the Milani one. I've got the NYX one. This is my e.l.f. putty primer for the eyes. So I am just going to take this and put it on my lids. And we're going to let that sit for a moment. Today I'm going to use my Morphe Jeffree Star palette because I haven't really worn that yet. So, this is the palette. It's gotten so many mixed reviews, but it's really very pretty. So let's see, what do I want to do today? I am going to, I think I'm going to test out these pretty pinks and purples. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, let's see. Now, I'm going to start with this pretty purple right here. Okay. Very pigmented, as you can see. Tapping it off. And just putting it on my lid. Now, I think I've stated this before. With this palette, you do seem to have to build up the color. It doesn't come on very vibrant at first. Yeah. So you have to kind of build it up a bit. It is very pigmented though. It's just, so you can just get a very light look like that if you want, but if you want a bolder look, which is what I'm going for, you just have to keep packing it on. Okay, so I am going to go into my crease with it as well. Ooh, that's pretty. I love pink. Right, so that's a pretty pink color. Now it is in the pan, they are very fall out. If they're like in the pan, it gets very flaky, so you just gotta blow it off. That's pretty. So now I'm going to take a darker purple, which is this one right there. And well, this is the wrong brush to use for what I want to do. I tend to do that. I tend to use the wrong brushes sometimes. We really want to use like a rounder brush for doing in the corner. I've noticed that most people do that. So let's do that. I'll probably get a better effect than I usually do. So, yeah, because then you can do the circular motion, which is what you want to do out here. That is a dramatic look. I'm not noticing too much fallout. I believe I did this myself just now. So I am going to put some of this purple in my crease as well. Okay. Now I am going to start blending these two together. Wow. Boy, is that pigmented. I may tone that down a bit with a bigger brush. Let's get a bigger brush and just, Just go in here and blend it out. Yeah, I hope it just doesn't stain. I'll just have pink eyes for a few days. But it is really pretty. Very, very pretty. Now, I did buy something new this week. See how it works. It's an e.l.f. makeup remover for like when you make mistakes. Well, all right. So this is this e.l.f. makeup remover. I am not liking a little bit of pink that I got on the corner of my eye. So let's see if I can get that off. Hmm. Well, yeah, it is coming off because I can see it on the pen. I believe I caused this fallout myself when I went too far over into the corner there. Yeah, so I mean, it does help. You can see the pink is on there. So now I keep dropping the tops to everything. Now I am going to. I need to not talk when I'm looking for my brushes. I'll be right back. I'm going to take this little brush and I'm going to go into a very light color to put in here. All right. Here's a real pretty shimmery color right here. And I'm just using this to lighten up this dark area in here. So, yeah, I'm not going to do a whole lot more with this palette. I just wanted to give it a whirl and see how it looks, and I like it. Just going to blend this out a little bit more. And I like it. It's a very nice palette. Very much so. I'm going to take that same shimmer that I put on the inside and put some right here. I don't see any pink shimmers. I see a champagne shimmer. Kind of a pretty color. And there is a very pretty pink eye look. Very nice. I like the palette. I think it's very good. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. Just that you have to work it up. So what? I mean, that happens. Now, we've got everything done. We are going to put on our mascara now. And I love this CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. It is awesome. Really awesome. This is kind of like a disco look, Let's go to the club, which I haven't done since I was 20. That's how I met my husband. He was a bouncer in a bar. Pretty. I'm still finding it looks a little bit harsh to me still. Um, when I look in the mirror, I can see that it looks like you really have to work on blending this out as well. Just so you don't see, all the lines from the. All right. So that is so pretty. Next thing I'm going to do is my lips. So I have a lip primer from NYX that I'm going to use. Which primes the lips very nicely. Let's see here. Then I'm going to take a lip liner. This liner, I love this liner. This liner is from Wet n Wild, actually. And it's called Never Pedal Down. So I'm going to take this lip liner and very carefully line my lips. My lips are uneven, but I find if I put too much on, it just looks dumb. Doesn't look good. So I'm just going to embrace it. I've got crooked lips. Oh well. All right, so for lipstick, I am going to use the Maybelline 445 on the Mauve. And I'm just going to put this on. And this is a creamy color. Isn't that pretty? I like that color. And then, just for a little added pop on top of it, I'm going to put this violet. This is number 830, and it's very dark. And there we go. So that is my full face of makeup. Contoured, blushed, highlighted, color corrector for my eyes, contouring. I like it. This is a beautiful, beautiful look. If you have the time in the mornings before work, you can do it. If not, you don't need to contour, but you can see the difference when contouring, how it totally changes my image. I have a very fat face. There's no getting around that. But putting the contour like that actually slimmed my face a bit. So I certainly hope this video was helpful to you. I learned a lot of these tips and tricks actually today from Elle Leary. She is a makeup artist and she has the greatest how-to videos. I'll put her link underneath because she is really amazing. All right, everybody, you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming to my channel, Glows Be Pretty. Take care. Bye-bye.